Have you heard about this book, Mind Over Medicine? Stay tuned. I like this book. I like this book. I like this book. I like this book so much. So, this is my book, Mind Over Medicine by Lissa Rankin. This was a book introduced to me by a podcast that I was listening to, and I believe it was Pat Flynn's podcast, and he was talking to Lissa about, her success, her life, her book, what's going on with her now. And afterwards, she said that she had a book, and I'm like, oh, cool. That would be amazing because I like the self-healing. I like everything related to that. So when she said she had a book on self-healing and in that, field, I was like, oh wow, I gotta get the book. So I think the next week I got the book and I was very happy. I haven't read that much of it. Well, actually it's like half I've read. But it's really good. It's a really good book. She talks about self-healing. She talks about She talks about the health system now and how it is, how doctors basically just shove you away and how they don't take the time like they used to do to ask, okay, so say if you have an issue, you're getting these, for instance, I'll use myself for instance. So for instance, I was about, how long ago was that? It was about, maybe, okay, I'm going to say 3 years ago. 3 years ago, I've had headaches for about 7 years straight. And these headaches were so intense. I was going to the doctors almost every week, and maybe like twice a month I was going to the emergency room because I would get a headache, and that headache would last for so long. The headache would last for a couple days. I actually wrote a list of medicines and medications that I've taken, and none of them worked. About 18, close to 20 medicines that I've taken did not work. Advil, Motrin 800. Motrin 800 is not sold in CVS and your stores. You had to get that from a doctor. Just to name a few, none of those worked. None. The light bothered me, music, talking, and I know this might sound crazy, but whenever someone would even say headache, I would literally get a headache. These headaches were so intense, and one time I went to the doctor, and he told me, I was telling him I was having these headaches, and he was like, okay, well, why are you having these headaches? I'm like, that's what I came to you for, because I don't know why and I need your help. So they put me through all these tests. I'm having MRIs and MRAs, and at one point my family thought that it was an aneurysm because my grandfather had an aneurysm, and that's what he passed away from, and I just didn't know. And I was so frustrated because I would just get a headache out of nowhere, and oh my gosh, it was so painful. It was really painful, and I just cried myself to sleep most nights. So anyway, just to get off of that, but the doctors really wasn't helping me. Like, I never had a doctor that say, okay, Alicia, well, you're getting all these headaches, and well, for one thing, that doctor did say that these are not headaches, they're migraines because you get them too frequently. So he told me that, like I said, I went to MRIs, MRAs, and all the tests you can think of. I went to special hospitals all the time. I missed so many days of work for headaches. It didn't make any sense. What else? So, I never had a doctor that actually sat down with me and said, okay, Alicia, why are you having these headaches? Like a real conversation, not like with the doctor saying trying to be a smart ass. But, like, oh, Alicia, why are you having these headaches? Do you mind if we talk about some personal things? I would have been open to it. Like, hey, Alicia, are you stressed at work? Is your boyfriend Do you have a boyfriend? You know, is it family problems? Anything. Like, doctors don't do this these days. They just want to give you all this medicine. But if I actually had someone who recommended a book, a self-healing book that, you know, would allow me to help heal myself, I would have been so grateful. But obviously it wasn't my time to learn that until, you know, 3 years after that, when I actually left my job to become full-time in my business, when I got introduced to these self-healing type books, where I was able to learn and sit back and say, oh wow, I can really heal myself with just my mind. That's why your mind is so powerful. It's really the most powerful. You can do so much with your mind. If you have your mind, you have everything. And I swear that is the honest truth. But, you know, it was so amazing. So when I heard Lissa talk about her book, she made all the difference in the world to me. She really did. So if you're out there and you are facing any type of medical issues or whatever, like cancer, sickle cell, lupus, whatever, just to name a few, check out this book. Again, it's called Mind Over Medicine by Lissa Rankin, as well as other books. So when you go to the bookstore, what category is this in? This is in health and something else. But check the health section and see what other books that they have related to this. You have Louise Hay, How to Heal Yourself, How to Heal Your Life. Hold on. Yes, Louise Hay, How to Heal Yourself. That's a great book that I read. She gives you lots of great exercises, as well as this book right here. This book I always refer back to. This is one of my favorite books because this is an all-around type book. It talks about everything. So this is The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Joseph Murphy, and this is an older version. I will get a newer version, but I've highlighted so many great things in this book. So, but yeah, yours won't look like this. So, but The Power of Your Subconscious Mind, get this book as well. But that's all that I have for you. I hope that you find this video very helpful, informational, all that great stuff. And remember to like, comment, and share. And I will see you all in my next video. Have an amazing day.
Whoa.